Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, the time has finally come to start discussing our possibilities for our Madden 2004 franchise team. So today we're going to go and take a look at 3 rosters that I really think would be fun to play with and a challenge at the same time here in Madden 04. But first we're going to go look at every roster, and then we'll go into the three teams that I have been thinking about playing with in the upcoming Madden 04 franchise. A lot of solid teams here. The Jets, they're not that great. Either are the Lions, but those teams are not one of the choices for this series, because I would like to go through all of the divisions in the NFL and all of the Madden games for the PS2, and I will be able to do that. But we've got plenty of time, guys. Over a year it took to do the Texans franchise. It's not quite over yet, but I'd still like to get this video out to you guys before that series is over, so we can talk about which one of these few teams we want to see in our next series. See the top players in the NFL, Randy Moss, of course, Beast Mode. And our first team, the Dallas Cowboys. I am not a Dallas Cowboys fan at all. They're actually one of the teams that I can't stand watching. But this team is not very good in this game at all. So they got Chad Hutchinson at quarterback. He is very bad. Quincy Carter, he is not that good either. 73 overall and a 72 overall. So they are definitely lacking a quarterback that can take them to the next level. You've also got pretty awful halfbacks after Emmitt Smith went to Arizona. There's really nothing there. So this offense will probably struggle mightily in the first couple seasons of our series if we decide to choose the Dallas Cowboys. The receiving core is also not that good either. Joey Galloway, he's getting old. Terry Glenn, 29 years old, only a 79 overall. And Antonio Bryant, probably the best target at receiver. And of course they got rookie tight end Jason Witten out of Tennessee, 21 years old. It'd be really fun to watch him in his early years. The offensive line is not that great either. Maybe 2 pretty good offensive linemen. And here's where they have a good player. Greg Ellis, he's a fantastic defensive end, and Leroy Glover. So the defensive line is pretty decent. The right end isn't that great, but the defensive tackle and left end are pretty good players. And the linebacking core is very average. Dexter Coakley, the best out of them, and he's 30+ years old. So he's not going to get any better. The secondary is young and fast, but they are low 80 overalls. Terrence Newman, it'll be cool to see him play in his earlier years as well. You got Roy Williams, 90 overall, and Darren Woodson. So the safeties and a couple defensive linemen are really, really solid. And of course you got Terrence Newman at cornerback. But the linebacking core is pretty average for the Cowboys. So that would definitely need to be improved as well. But that is it for our first team choice. Let's go ahead and take a look at the second team. This might be a surprise to some of you, but the Atlanta Falcons is team number 2. A lot of people say Mike Vick is a cheat code in this game, but not the way that I play games. So he's got nothing around him. He's got 1 target in Peerless Price. He's got an 85 overall, 28-year-old Warwick Dunn. TJ Duckett at halfback as well. There's really not a lot of targets for Mike Vick, and his offensive line is basically paper mache. So, and he's not the most accurate quarterback in the league, obviously. And with the way that I play this game, it's not going to be me running around with Mike Vick every single play, because I don't play like that. I try to make these series as realistic as possible. And hey, look at that, Mississippi State Bulldog, Justin Griffith at fullback. It'll be cool to see a player from our Mississippi State Bulldog dynasty in there as well. But the receiving core definitely needs some work, as you can see. Just Peerless Price. Got LG Crumpler here, but he's only an 82 overall, 74 speed. I like faster tight ends, so we might have to look away from him in the future if we decide to use this squad. Patrick Kearney, 92 overall defensive end. And you guys saw I went through the offensive line pretty quickly. There's nothing there worth mentioning. Brady Smith's pretty decent. So their defensive line is pretty good. A lot of depth right there. And then their linebacking core is not the greatest either. They do have Keith Brooking in the middle linebacker spot, but the outside linebackers leave a lot to be desired. Keith Brooking with the 87 injury rating, so he will stay healthy for us. And Sam Rogers not very good either. Their defensive backs, average and below average, and they're all up in age, except for Keon Carpenter, who is 25 years old, and Corey Hall, who's 26, but these are lower overall guys, so the secondary is going to get torched quite a bit, especially against the Saints and the Buccaneers, who are stacked in this game. And our final team choice, it's not the Panthers, because the Panthers actually went to the Super Bowl this year, so I'm not going to use them. But here's our final team choice, the New Orleans Saints. Now, I have a pretty cool idea for this. Drew Brees does not go to the Saints until a couple years later from this franchise. So I thought it would be cool if we did end up picking New Orleans, that I would trade Aaron Brooks for Drew Brees, and we would try to build this team up quicker than what it actually did in real life, and maybe get a couple Super Bowls for Drew Brees. So that is my idea for the Saints, but they are pretty good. They have some good players. Deuce McAllister at halfback. He'll be really fun to play with. Haven't really had a great halfback. I mean, we had Larry Johnson in the Texans, but I drafted him. So it'd be nice to go to a team that already had an established running back. And receiving corps, Joe Horn and Dante Stallworth. Pretty quick receiver in Stallworth, but the rest of the receivers are not very good either. Charles Bentley at right guard. Their offensive line is decent. It definitely could use some better players. But defensive line has some depth right there. And then the linebacking core is not very good. Their best player is over 30 years old at middle linebacker, so definitely have to look in the draft for players for that. And their secondary, to Bucky Jones, 87 overall. I don't ever remember him being that good. Jay Bellamy, 70 overall. Well, that is it for our team choices, guys. So go ahead. I'm going to put 3 comments down below. And if you want that team to be picked, leave a like on that comment or a detailed explanation of why it would be good to use that team. And I will tally up everything and pick the team that I feel you guys want to see the most. And then this franchise won't be right away, because I still have to finish the NCAA Football 04 rosters. But this will definitely be a few months down the line that will start up this series. But I just want to give you guys enough time to see this video, think about it, and pick a team that you would really enjoy seeing in Madden 2004. That's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope to see a lot of comments in the comment section below, and hope you guys enjoy your Sunday. Take it easy, guys.